So those watching today, we're going to talk to Cassandra. She is going to roll us through her experience inside of the program. So go ahead, tell us where you're located at and what do you do for work.
So my name's Cassandra. I like to go by Cassie. I live in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour south of Harrisburg. I am a paramedic part-time, and then I also work as a fireman as well.
Mhm.
And I've been doing that for a bit of 15, 20 years.
Thanks, girl. So a little bit on the fitness side of things. Like, can you just roll us through, like, where did you start out right before you stepped in with us?
So I can start way back to whenever I started all of this, which
Sure.
was probably in my early 20s. I noticed that my body was changing already. Woohoo, as a woman.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I wasn't getting any thinner and I wasn't happy with myself and I was depressed and just hated life. So I tried all kinds of diets. I tried a coach before coming to this program. I
Mhm.
tried my own workouts. Nothing seemed to work prior to coming here.
Mhm.
Then being matched up with a coach, Denise, she was great. She made me feel more of myself whenever I talked to her. She made workouts around my issues with health issues that I had and we meal planned a little bit. The factor meals were great for me because of always being busy and so pretty much.
Pretty much roll through it. I know, like most of us women, right? We tried everything. We get frustrated. It's the circle of our lives, unfortunately. So, what was the goal for you when you came inside? Like, what did you want to see for yourself?
I just wanted to feel better as a person. Of course, for me, image is a big thing. So never had a whole lot of confidence. So um, I just wanted to feel better about myself. It's not
Mhm.
necessarily lose weight, but if I did, great. Um, and I noticed that I lost a lot of inches around my waist, which was great. I finally am down to a size 8 in pants, which I haven't been in that in I couldn't tell you how long. So again, I wasn't like a large girl when I got in the program, but I'm smaller now and I'm a lot happier than what I was when I started.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, it's awesome to hear because that's a big part of. I always ask women. I was like, is it more about the number or how you feel at the end of the day? Like sometimes for most of us, it's how we feel because we're not really walking around with that number on our forehead or anything like that. Nor does it really define us, but how we feel and our own skin is so much more important. Like at the end of the day. So for you, I know we talked before, and you've invested in a coach previously. Why decide to do it again? Like what made you like basically trust up the day? Because that's really what it came down to.
Well, I will say this, it was definitely hard to sit here and be like, all right, I'm going to sign up for another program. I'm going to spend another decent amount of money to hopefully have some improvement. It's just hard spending thousands of dollars and previously and nothing changed. But what I liked was your program is more specific to females that work like I do.
Mhm.
So when I see everything like it comes up on Facebook all the time and looking for law enforcement or whatever. So like it just made me feel like, okay, maybe this time this will work for me. And it did.
Yeah, I'm glad you decided to trust us because it's scary. I hear that a lot when women, oh, I tried a program already. It's like, what's going to be different about you guys? And I always say, like, the science behind weight loss is there, right? It's you can't really change that. It's more so the understanding. I think that's where most of these other programs don't get. Because I know when we were talking before, you talked about your last coach who would be like, why can't you do X, Y, and Z? Why can't you do this? You're like, it's not my job, doesn't allow it. You're in and out of the truck, you're headed to calls, you're being woken up in the middle of the night. You guys don't get perfect sleep, you don't get perfect steps in. It's like literally nothing perfect. So
No.
I'm good. So since you've been in, I know you still got a little bit of time left with us, but how do you feel about the value inside compared to, let's say, your last coaching program?
Like I mentioned before, I really liked having access to your coach all the time.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. I don't expect them to be at your beck and call, but like when you send a message and you're feeling down or you're like, I don't want to do this workout today, I think being able to text Denise and being like, hey, I'm really feeling like crap today. And
Hmm.
then having her be like, you can do this, Cassie. Like, even if
Hmm.
you can just go for a walk is better than not doing anything. And she's
Yeah.
right. I walked more in this program than any other cardio. Just being honest, I'm fine with that because I hate running. So,
Yeah, it's so
but
funny.
just I really like that. That's probably the best thing I've liked. And I do think the program was worth the money. Of course, it's still hard to swallow, still thinking that I spent all this money the last 2 years on coaches,
Oh, geez, I know. Compared to
but
two coaches.
it's all good. It's been worth it. So
That's all right, girl. I always tell people, I'm like, stuff happens. I've invested in coaching programs where I'm like, damn, I like it just is. I'm like, oh, you live and learn. And for us, like at the end of the day, like our job is to make sure you're getting those results and give you like realistic expectations and show you like avenues that maybe you didn't think of before to get the weight off. Cause I know you mentioned like you're what, down like two hand sizes or something.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm down a little over 10, 12 pounds and I'm down two pant sizes.
Which is huge. Like that's such a game changer for you. So if you were going to tell somebody at the end of the day, like your best piece of advice, if they were skeptical, if they were maybe in the same shoes, they invested in a coach already, like what would you say to them? They might not be sure, but they're also like a first responder. Like what would you tell them?
It's scary. I'll say that. I've been in this position and it's one of those things where you just jump all feet in and hope and pray and put the work in and hope everything works out. It's not easy, but
Mm-mm.
it just is one of those things you don't know until you try it.
Yeah.
You have to put the work in. And if you don't put the work in, then you have no one to blame but yourself. So
It's a good way to put it. And that's a good way for people to like hear because in a world of easy fixes and things like that, like sometimes we forget how important it is to put the work in on ourselves because at the end of the day, like you've built like really good habits and stuff like that. And we went through like even with your nutrition, how much that has improved like over the past and your energy levels and just like all these other things. So it feels like a lot of work at first, but you've already built so many good foundations. So like now all it is just like easy cruising. I always say the hardest part is getting to the place with your body. Once you get there, maintaining it is much easier. And like once you have all those frameworks in place, you're pretty set. So if anyone's watching, if you got any questions, feel free to reach out. We jump on a call, go over a consultation and point, figure out your next steps and how to do things. So if you guys need anything, just reach out. So thanks again, Cassie.
thank you.